Bonjour tout le monde, it's Julia, your trusted travel expert, helping you find that je ne sais quoi wherever you are in the world. And today I am in a very special place in my heart. I'm in Paris. And I realized as I was walking home, I'm by myself. It may be a little warm today, but I've never done a sort of overview of Paris from Paris. So I wanted to, kind of help everybody out that always asks me, where should I stay in Paris? Like, where's the center of Paris? Where's a hotel where I can walk to everything? Hate to tell you that does not exist. I am kind of close to the center of Paris right now. I am standing in the Tuileries Gardens. This is sort of the center of the Tuileries Gardens, and the Louvre is back there behind me. If I can that's the Louvre, back there. And the Louvre is this ginormous old castle. Now, obviously, the most famous art museum in the world, one of the largest, if not the largest. And that is kind of the center of Paris. Some people might say Notre Dame, which is just a little bit further, is the center of Paris, and that may be true, but Notre Dame, I mean, those two are near each other, and they're basically the center of Paris. Now, there are a ton of hotels over on my right. This is Rue de Rivoli, is the main street that runs along the Tuileries Gardens. There are a ton of hotels kind of in that area. This is sort of the most crowded, most touristy. Like, if I went that way, you'd see all these galleries are filled with kind of touristy shops, but there are some really nice hotels. Some beautiful hotels right over at Place de la Concorde, which is at that end of the Tuileries in front of me. And this is sort of the main tourist drag. Now, we are on the right bank of Paris. The Seine is just that way, in front of me sorry, that's backwards. It's just back there at the other end of the Tuileries Gardens. And it runs the direction I'm facing. So it runs from east to west. So I am standing on the right bank of Paris, or Rive Droite, and on the other side is the Rive Gauche, left bank of Paris. That is, traditionally, the right bank is the sort of more corporate, more official, more dressed up, more formal side. The left bank is the bohemian, the artists and intellectuals, Hemingway and stuff like that. That's generally the left bank. But I almost don't think that really holds true anymore, because there's such great neighborhoods. Like, on the other side of sort of back that away is the Marais, which is a super trendy, very cool neighborhood, which has some great hotels in it now. Lots of private residences that you can rent in the Marais. But I don't know, I'm a left bank girl. So I love the 6th arrondissement, the 7th arrondissement. The Eiffel Tower is that away, directly that away. You can't see it from here, or I would show it to you, obviously. But it's over sort of on the Seine in the western side of town near the 16th arrondissement, which is 16th arrondissement is technically on the right bank, but I'm confusing you. Anyway, any of those first 9 arrondissements or the 16th, that's where you're going to want to stay. And the thing about Paris that you don't really get from like here in the Tuileries or this touristy central area is every arrondissement, even within the arrondissements, they have little neighborhood centers. And so, you're always going to have your corner bakery. You're always going to have a local market, a local street market on the weekends or on Wednesdays. Some are bigger than others, some are smaller than others. But there's always going to be little cafes on a corner. There's always going to be some sort of beautiful monument kind of near you. It's just whether you want to be in walking distance of all the museums, or most of the museums. The Musée d'Orsay is just across the river. Whether you want to be right by here, whether you want to be in more of a neighborhood situation. So there's not one place to stay in Paris. I, of course, have a guide to the 5 sort of different general areas that I think are the best to stay at. You can find that on my website, or bestparisneighborhoods.com is the website. And you can check that out and do a little quiz and see which neighborhood suits you, because that's what's important when you come to Paris, is not to stay where everyone stays, or not to stay in the middle of everything, because, like I said, there's a lot of like tchotchke shops along Rue de Rivoli, and it's kind of crowded, and maybe that's not the Paris experience that you want to have. So I really encourage you to take my quiz, really explore, and really get to know, because there are fabulous hotels in almost every neighborhood of Paris. So you really will always have a beautiful, fabulous and range of options in every neighborhood. So it's you got to decide what's important to you, which parts of Paris are the dreamiest parts to you, and that's it for this week. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.